Instagram CEO just announced 5 major algorithm changes for February 2025, and in this video, I'm gonna walk through each and every one of them and exactly how you can take advantage of them to skyrocket your growth. These are the same things that helped this creator gain over 150,000 followers in a really short period of time, and this creator over 600,000 followers. And the same exact thing could happen to you so long as you make all these changes. Change number 1 is how Instagram classifies content and what metrics they're actually looking at before they go to push out your content. So here's what you need to know. According to Instagram CEO right now, there are 2 different ways that they actually classify your content. And they classify it differently whether they're showing your content to your followers or if they're showing your content to your non-followers. Now, obviously, you want to be able to get more non-followers reach because that is how you're actually going to grow quicker on Instagram and get more views than you deserve. If you're only hitting your followers right now, your views are typically going to stop at about 50% of how many followers you have if you have a really good video. So the only way for your content to actually get shown to more people is for non-followers to actually be seeing your content. And if that's what you want to be focused on, here's what you need to do. 1, you need to make sure the content that you're uploading is on a topic that has gone viral on Instagram for somebody else in the last 72 hours. Because Instagram is going to look at this before they decide to push your content to non-followers. Secondly, Instagram is going to look at how many shares that piece of content has gotten. Third, they're going to look at how long people spent watching that piece of content. For example, let's say that you got the topic right, you got a lot of shares on your content, but your video was 10 seconds long and your competitor's video was 20 seconds long. Well, then more likely than not, people are going to spend more time watching your competitor's video, so Instagram is going to show that video to people that don't follow you versus your video because your video was way too short. So you need to make sure that you're taking into consideration how long your competitors' videos are on the same exact topic that you're going to be creating on, because you need to make sure that your video is at least that same length or a little bit longer. And then finally, what Instagram is going to be looking at is how many likes you're getting on that post. And by the way, the 4 things that I just shared with you, they're actually in that order. So you need to be focused on those things in that order. Now, when it comes to getting views from your followers and Instagram showing your content to more of your followers, there's actually a completely different order that's actually taken into consideration. It's going to be those same exact factors, but instead what Instagram is going to look at, number 1, that they're actually interested in that topic. 2, how many likes you got on that content. 3, the watch time of that. And then finally, shares. So shares are really only going to be important for getting non-followers reach, and likes are really only going to be important for getting followers reach. Change number 2, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is that you need to make sure you are taking advantage of the trials feature on Reels. I cannot emphasize this enough. Instagram CEO has literally mentioned this in every single post that he has posted on Instagram since this new feature came out, which means you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of it. And there are actually 3 ways that you need to be using it right now. 1, you need to be using it to test different hooks for the same video, to test different lengths for the same video, and to test different formats for the same video. Secondly, you need to be using this feature in order to repost all of your best performing reels. Essentially what you want to do, look at all the reels that you've done before in the past that have done really well, and I want you to repost them as a trial reel because this is going to skyrocket your followers. And then finally, you need to be using trial reels in order to test new types of content that you don't want to post to your followers or that you're kind of nervous about and you just don't want to post on your page in general. Now, change number 3, before we get into the 2 last and most important changes to the Instagram algorithm, is I need to make sure that you are not making 3 mistakes that Instagram CEO said really matter right now. First and foremost, you should not have watermarks in your posts. Don't have your own watermark. Don't have the Instagram watermark. Don't have the YouTube watermark. Don't have the TikTok watermark. Do not have any type of watermark. If you have this in your content, it is going to decrease your reach. Secondly, you are going to get more views if you use trending music on your reels. If you want to be able to find trending music, go into your settings, go into inspiration, and you're going to see a bunch of different trending sounds there. In addition to that, when you look up your competitors' posts, see what sounds they're using in your content, and if you're making a piece of content about that same exact topic or that same exact subject, what do you think you should do? Of course, you should use that sound in your content. And then third, you need to make sure that you are not using irrelevant hashtags or writing bad descriptions on Instagram. Because if you do that, Instagram is going to show your content to the wrong people. You're not going to get those engagement metrics that you need. And what is this going to do? It's going to destroy your reach. And if you're stuck getting low views on Instagram right now, more likely than not, you're messing this up. Now, lucky for you, today's video sponsor Metricool can actually make sure that you never make these mistakes ever again. Because if you go into the planning section on Metricool, you're going to be able to see the best time to post for your specific account so the right people actually see your content. In addition to that, you can use Metricool to search for the best hashtags for your post based on the topic that you're going to be posting about to skyrocket your reach on Instagram. And then finally, they have their AI description generator that you can customize depending on how long you want it to be, the tone that you want it to be, the subject you're going to have it on. And guess what this is going to do? This is going to make this incredibly easy so Instagram actually knows who to show your content to. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below and get 30 days free access to any of Metricool's premium plans with code Robert. It's an absolute no-brainer. This is going to make sure that you're posting at the right time, you're using the right hashtags, and you're using the right description so you're not messing up the 3 big mistakes that Instagram's CEO doesn't want you making right now. So change number 4 is going to affect how long you should actually be creating your content. First and foremost, I would not make videos over 90 seconds long. If you make videos over 90 seconds long, more likely than not, Instagram is not going to push them out. Secondly, you need to understand that length matters based on the topic of content you are creating. For example, if you are making a post about affiliate marketing and then you are making a post about affiliate marketing for beginners, those 2 types of content are going to have different lengths more likely than not. So what you need to be doing is you need to search that on Instagram. You then need to look at the top 3 posts. I want you to see exactly how long they are, and that is how long your piece of content should be. I cannot emphasize this enough. If one of those posts under the topic that you are about to post about is 15 seconds long, don't make your video 40 seconds. Don't make your video 60 seconds. Definitely don't make your video 5 seconds. You ideally need to make your video that same length or slightly longer. When I say slightly longer than 15 seconds, I'm talking 16 or 17 seconds, because what this is going to do is it's going to increase the amount of time people spent on your post versus your competitor's post, and then Instagram's going to see that and show your content to more non-followers, which is going to mean 1, you're going to get more views, 2, you're going to get more followers, and 3, if you're selling something on Instagram, this more likely than not is going to increase how much money you make. Now, there are also 2 other things that you need to make sure that you're doing that Nick is doing perfectly right here. First and foremost, he has his account actually set up the correct way when we come to Instagram. Now, in order to do this, you need to make sure 3 things happen. First and foremost, when you click on this right here, if this is not showing you other people that create the same content as you, then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you come over to your profile, click on edit profile, scroll down, and you need to make sure that this is turned on. If this is not turned on, it is going to destroy your views right now on Instagram, and it's going to ruin Instagram's ability to show your content to people when they follow your competitors. Now, on top of that, what you need to make sure that you have is you need to make sure that whatever keyword you are trying to rank for or that your content is actually about is showing up in your description and is showing up in your story highlights right here. On top of that, you need to make sure you are doing remix memes. I cannot emphasize this enough. If we scroll down here right here, and we look at this time period, we will see 9,000 views, 15,000 views, 8,000 views, 25,000 views. If we total all that together, that's about 60,000 views. Now, if we look at his actual posted content, we're going to see 13,000. This right here is 25,000, 65,000, plus this 70,000. So he was literally able to get in just these 8 posts right here, hundreds of thousands of views by taking advantage of these remix memes. Now, these remix memes are going to do 3 things. 1, they're going to make sure people are actually sharing your content. That's why these videos do so well. 2, it's going to help you increase the amount of people that actually see your content. And 3, they're going to drastically decrease how much time you actually spend creating content on Instagram, because all you have to do to find these memes is literally just do a search on your phone, type your niche in, type in meme, you're going to see them pop up on the reels. You're going to click into one of those and then just click on the 3 dots, click remix, and boom, you literally have a post that more likely than not is going to outperform your other content, and it literally took you less than 30 seconds in order to get that post and in order to post that post. Now, the last and final change you need to make with this current Instagram algorithm is you need to spend less time creating content on Instagram. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, Rob, what on earth do you mean by that? What I mean is that you implement the 3-step system I'm about to share with you that guaranteed is going to help you increase your views and increase your followers right now. The 3-step system is 1, figuring out what is working in your niche, 2, creating a post on that, and 3, posting it and then continuing to get better from that, because you need to understand something. If you think that being consistent consistent on Instagram is just you posting every day or posting several times a week, that isn't true. Instead, what your ideal viewer wants to see on Instagram is that you are consistently posting about things that they are going to be interested in. And the only way that you're going to make this happen is you staying on top of whatever is trending in your niche. So here's exactly how you should be pulling this off. First and foremost, you need to come up with 5 to 10 different competitors that are within your niche. You need to check their accounts every single day. You need to see what they're posting in terms of what formats are working, what lengths are working, what people are sharing, and what people are saying in the comments. This is going to reveal to you exactly what topics are working, and then you create content on those topics, and boom, it's going to increase your reach. On top of that though, you need to make sure you're actually creating content that is better than theirs. I am not recommending that you simply copy what they're doing. What I am recommending is you look at what they're doing in order to see what your ideal viewer wants to actually watch, wants to actually share, wants to actually follow, and then you create better versions of this. If you're able to pull this off, it is going to skyrocket your reach on Instagram and you're going to grow quicker than you could have ever imagined. The same way I just helped this creator get over 150,000 followers and this creator over 600,000 followers. And if you need help with this, I personally want to work with you one-on-one in order to guarantee I can help you grow quicker on Instagram. If that sounds interesting, well, please check out this video right here that walks you through the 3 different ways we can work together one-on-one so I can guarantee that you grow on Instagram right now. I'll see you over there.